Hello everyone, welcome to this first commentated video on the closed beta of Wargame-ab Battle. So, yeah, we've got a global chat, guys. So, first, I've already made 2 gameplay videos without any commentary. I hope you guys liked them. The goal was to show you as fast as possible, but unfortunately I had some problems with my video rendering, but, well, maybe the videos aren't even online as I speak, so we'll see. But if you have seen them, you may wonder why I didn't commentate them. Well, it's because I didn't have time to commentate them both in French and in English, so I didn't do it at all. And I wanted to show you as fast as possible gameplay footage of the game, so I just posted recorded games I played, and secondly, I can't save replays, so well, I can't commentate game after I've played them. So it's basically I'm gonna make for you guys live gameplay all during the beta. So for now I'm going to come back to the WAB beta and explain to you the differences. First, we've got a global chat. You can also select a friend here, friends list, to send a private message, which is pretty cool. So they improved the chat system and it's pretty nice. Solo replay deck aren't available in the beta. We've got only the multiplayer. Well, the profile shows the stats, also shows the friends and the status, which is pretty nice, just like in Wargame, just like in Wii. Yeah, I'm gonna say Wii and WAB all around the video. I don't want to repeat Wargame, European Escalation, and Wargame-ab Battle during 20 minutes. So it's gonna be Wii and WAB. So going on the multiplayer, I'm gonna show you quickly the basics of the multiplayer. I'm gonna start with a 1v1, well, all alone. I'm gonna start with the French battle group because something I want to show you doesn't work with the American deck. So here we go. The map is Highway to Oslo. It's a remake of Highway to Hell. That is a nice bug. If I click here, maybe it'll go away. Nope. Ooh, it's gone away. So they remade this map because it is a popular map of Wii, and it enables us to really tell the difference between Wii and WAB in terms of design, map design, and everything else. So first, visually, minimap has been remade. It's much better than before. You can see the cities, you can see the hills, or the mountains in this case. You can see the roads, the water, and I can assure you when we play, well, you'll see them in the gameplay videos. You can see the red, orange, blue, and green dots on the minimap. It's much better, in my opinion, than before. Second, visually, well, of course, it's improved. The mountains, the colors are a bit better. So it's a nice improvement. And then you've got the sectors. You've got 2 types of arrows. Of course, the original white arrow, which disappears when you zoom in. That's so awesome. It doesn't hide units underneath it anymore. So these arrows are the classic ground reinforcement routes, and you've got the airplane reinforcement routes. So the first remark I've got to say about this is that it appears that you can capture sectors to gain reinforcement routes for your units, but it doesn't work with the airplanes. Airplanes, apparently, on this map and on the other map, which I'll show you later, the only sectors that allow you to call in airplanes are your starting sectors. I think, I'm extrapolating here, but I think that Fusion Systems has decided to say that the only sectors that can call in airplanes are the ones you have right at the start, or maybe those that are on your side of the map. The others can't call in airplanes. I'll show you airplanes in a bit. So that's the basic differences. Other thing is the point allocation in the different sectors. In Wii, you had in 99% of the maps, the sectors in the center of the map had the biggest income. In Highway to Hell, if I'm not mistaken, it's 5 points in the middle, 4 points here, and 1 point in starting sector. Now it's 3, 3, and 3, which is, in my opinion, much better. Before, it would push players to rush to the center sectors to capture the most cost-efficient sectors and hold them to gain more points than the opponents. Now the spread of the points all around the map makes it much more interesting, and especially with the starting sectors being quite expensive also. So that's really nice. So I'm going to start with the units. So first, the deck system. The deck system has been totally revisited. we aren't able to play with it. We've got predefined decks in the beta, but I may extrapolate a bit. So first, as you can see, you've got no more family trees. If you've got an MX-30, you won't be able to recruit the 30B, the 30B valorisé, etc, etc. You've got only one type of tank. Work in progress, of course. Some units aren't implemented, well, the visuals aren't implemented yet, but the tank is. I can put it here. You can see it. So that's the basic thing. Second thing, commanders. Apparently you can promote any unit as a commander. Here I've got an MX-30B as a commander. The West German deck has a Leopard 2 as a commander, so that's pretty tough. Of course it costs, the basic commanders are much less expensive. The basic ones are 100 points, the VAB PC Rookie is 140, the MX-30B is 200 points, so I think the basics commanders at 100 points is pretty nice. Yeah, I think I like it. So commanders, any type of units, no more family trees, and the veterancy systems is also changed. As you can see, the MX-30 trained, hardened, or veteran costs the same amount of points. That's weird, yeah. But if you think a bit and if you understand the system, it isn't that weird. The deck creation system is basically like a character RPG sheet. You've got points to allocate in your deck. So basically, some units will cost more points to add to your deck than other units. So just imagine, take an MX-30, maybe it'll cost 2 points to put some trained MX-30, maybe it'll cost 3 to put some hardened. So in the game, yeah, veteran units will cost the same amount of points as trained units, but if in your deck creation you put only veteran units, you'll have much less units available in the game. So I think it balances out. It's either you have a elite army that doesn't cost much, but you have very few troops. If you lose them, you're in a lot of trouble. Or you can have units with only rookie rank. I think I've got some, yeah, ML60 rookie, and you've got, they are less experienced, so they are less efficient in the battlefield, but it'll be much less expensive. Well, no, I'm saying shit here. It will be the same price, but you'll have much more units available. So I think it balances itself out. Of course, I've played only around 10 games, so I can't really tell. I don't even have the deck system to try that out. But thinking about it, I think it's pretty nice. So now let's see the different types of units. Of course, you've got the same thing: logistics, recon, tank, infantry, support, vehicle, helicopter, and it works the same as before. Let's just put some tanks. I'm going to put some MX-30 over here. The infantry icons are pretty nice also. You can see the rifle here. You can see the ATGM over here. Another improvement is the way the units are shown. You've got shown the NATO icon, the little black boxes here that say how many units you've got in your group, so 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1 fob of course, and the name of the unit. If you zoom backwards, all the icons will line up like this. It's pretty nice. In the first games it was pretty well, hard to recognize the units, but once you play it's pretty obvious which icon is which. Well, you get used to it, so it's pretty nice. And if you put your mouse over it, you can see the name of the units. So it's okay. Honestly, when you play, to attack or select a unit, it's much easier. It's really cool. So that's basically the differences. Other than that, the improvements, I'm going to put some artillery because I'm going to show you some things. Here we go. Other than that, the improvement, well, we've got different orders. I'm going to launch the game. Different orders. Display formation. Split. I can split the units. Here we go. I can regroup them, of course. I can spread them, so that's if you're shot at by artillery, they are just going to spread out. This is the squad. If I select everything, everything is going to spread out away from a more or less central position, so that's pretty nice. I can drag the things here to align the units as I wish, like this. It's pretty nice. It's much more useful. And of course, I can reverse, so my tanks can finally pull back without showing their ass at the enemy. And then there's the usual attack, stop, fire position, move fast. Artillery, You've got the smoke position, which is quite new. Well, which is new, not quite new, just basically new. And as you may see, the rate of fire of the artillery has been totally changed. So yeah, the smoke. So artillery has totally changed. First, rate of fire, as you've seen, it's much faster. They send in all their shells in a pretty fast, well, pretty quickly. Instead of sending all their shells, 10 of them in like 30 seconds, it's all nearly at once, as you can see here. Second change with the tube artillery is precision. You've still got the basic and corrected shots, but as you can see, yeah, the target area doesn't increase with the artillery. That's, well, some of you may cry, oh my god, artillery OP. Actually, not really. It's still a precise. They've differentiated tube and rocket artillery. Rocket artillery still spreads more and more. Tube artillery doesn't. It's much more of a sniping unit. And it doesn't deal that much damage. Against light vehicles, it destroys them, of course. But against tanks, it just stuns them. If you look at the new stat system, we've got tanks. The MX-30 is 6 armor. The MX-30B2 is 11 armor. The ATGM is 24 AP. The big tanks go up to 20 armor. So the entire system has been, the entire range of stats has been increased. Before we had like from 0 to 10, now it's from 0 to 20, well, maybe 30. So when you take a unit like the R.U.S.E, it's got 10 HE. It's not that huge for a unit. So when you shell an area, trust me, when playing the game, trying to dislodge infantry in buildings with artillery, it takes a lot of time. Shooting units, I mean, vehicles with 1 armor everywhere, you kill them pretty easily if the enemy doesn't pay attention to the artillery. But medium vehicles and heavy tanks, you do absolutely nothing to them. So honestly, after a few games, I think the artillery is pretty well balanced. Even if the balance issue isn't the problem in this, the balance discussion isn't the thing to do in this beta. It's just a multiplayer test, a mechanism test of the game. But basically, it seems okay, especially considering you don't have that much artillery. I mean, you look at my artillery or its support. I can call it only 4 R.U.S.E, so it's pretty precious units. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The changes are pretty nice, and the game, for what I've played for now, is really awesome. I won't be able to go back on Wii until the next beta or the release of the game. This game is really cool. I'm gonna quit now, just go back on the other map to show you a bit of the infantry system in the city. So here we go. Yeah, and I just realized, guys, I forgot to show you the airplanes. I think you're gonna rage watching this video. Come on, give us the airplanes. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing it. So as you can see here, the airplane reinforcements is only on the basic sectors. The sectors you can capture, Center, Boris, Ivan, don't allow to call in airplanes. And you can see as I told you, the point allocation. Center sectors, Fedor, Dimitri, don't bring that much points. You can see Gregory, Anna, 2-2. Konstantin, Elena, 4 and 2. It's asymmetrical also. And they can capture Dimitri to go to 2, 4, 6, and you got 2, 6, 8, 10 points, and we've got 4, then 8 and 10. So it's pretty, well, it's okay balance-wise. And you don't rush on middle sectors because you got a lot of points at the start, and you've got important sectors on the flank also. I think the map designs, at least on these 2 maps, are better than what we had before. So quickly with the infantry system, as you can see, the city is divided in different sectors. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we've got this, with 3 sectors. So everywhere where there's a building, you're gonna have a sector where you can put it infantry. I've taken the Soviet deck. I'm gonna put infantry. So 1 over here, straight over here. I'll take 4 over here. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna put some Igla and some ATGM. That's not optimized, but you get the idea. Here we go. So you've got the sectors. If I unload my transport, the infantry will automatically capture the sector. So I can unload everything. Take away the transports. And that was basically how it works. And I think it's really, really awesome. I mean, the game has a huge scale. You've added planes, so you need to the urban combat had to be modified. It was a nightmare in Wii. You had to check every single building to make sure there wasn't a little recon unit hidden in the last building to recon all your troops. Now it's sector by sector. If an enemy wants to take control, it's going to attack the sector. So when you're unzoomed like this, you control units, you can clearly see, well, I control these sectors. I've got anti-air, ATGM, and classic infantry squads. It's awesome, it works pretty well. And to attack enemies, well, you just select your units, select the enemy sector, click on it, and your unit will enter the sector and attack, or just attack from the outside. And then you can go back in your sector if you want to. Here we go, going back in. And here we go. Oh yeah, IGLA and ATGM units are only 2 infantry guys. The others are 10, and apparently it goes up to 15. Matt said it on the forums, it may change, I don't know, we'll see. So that's basically the way the city works. Of course, you can put only one type of infantry. I can't put the IGLA here. It will work on it, but it won't capture the sector. As you can see here, it's moving towards the sector, but it's not really capturing it, it's just moving through. So it's only one type of unit, but if you regrouped the same type of units, you can capture it with all of them. Here I've got 1 Motostrelki squad, here I've got 4, as you can see, with the 4 little squares over here. So basically the new combat system is really cool. It really allows a much smoother combat in the cities, and it's really cool. So now, as you've all been waiting, the airplanes. So I've got here 5 airplanes. I've got ground attack and air superiority fighter. How does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. Click on the airplane, recruit the airplane. Now you can send in. You can click on call in or just right click on the map, and the airplane will arrive automatically. There isn't any delay, as they've said earlier. They may have changed that in the last minute, or it may not be implemented, not sure, but it works quite well for now. The airplane has been called in, then I can control it as I want. Here it goes all the way around. Quite a nice turn here by the MiG-29. Of course, if I take something like the Su-25, it's a bit less maneuverable, so it goes slower, as you can see. And I think if you want to turn, it takes a much longer turn. Oh no, actually, this one is much better. Turns much better than the MiG-9. Yeah, each plane has its own agility, so it's pretty nice. I think it depends on the speed, on the fuselage, and everything else. And then, of course, you can order them to attack. So they are going to align with the target. Here they go. And then they go back up. And of course, once they are out of fuel, they just leave, but you can just order them to evac. And they are just going to go upwards and go out of the map via the roof. Through the roof. Evac ordered, evac ordered. And once they are out, they are refueling. And you've got a little countdown. Of course, if you're damaged, if you need to rearm all your ammunition, the more you need to rearm, to refuel or to repair, the more time it'll take. Of course. And if you lose a plane, well, you won't have any more planes. But basically, it's pretty nice. I've got to have an option to leave the menu open. It's pretty annoying. So, well, you've seen in the gameplay videos the plane, so I won't last too long on it, but that's basically how it works. And it's pretty cool. So that's it, guys. A basic overview of the beta. The infantry, the artillery. Oh yeah, just one thing. The artillery units have the same precision wherever they shoot. But the rocket launcher systems don't have. It's the same. It increases if you shoot further away, and artillery and MLRS units don't have what we had in Wii, which is the longer they shoot, well, the first missiles are all around, and then it goes more and more in the middle, the impact of the missiles and the shells is totally random. So I think it's much more realistic, it's much better. So that's it, guys. A basic overview, a quick overview of Wargame Airland Battle, the closed beta with 2 maps, 8 decks for the 8 nations. We don't have the new nations. I hope you like this overview, and I'm gonna try to bring you gameplay footage, gameplay commentaries as fast and as soon as I can during this weekend. Thanks for watching, and see you pretty soon. And of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. I'll try to answer them either in the commentaries or in a video. Thank you.